at me in the eyes and tell me this is not pass interference. Look at this picture. The ball is not in his hands. He's grabbed. He's completely covered. The DB's not even looking. Head is turned away from the ball. And you're telling me that's not PI in one of the most crucial points of the entire game. Now, the Cardinals, I'm not saying that was an insanely good play. I don't know why it is a one-on-one bomb to Greg Dortch for the game. It was a very interesting call. I get it is a one-on-one, but like, Greg Dortch, you drafted a guy in the first round. I don't know what the coverage was looking like, but you think you would try to utilize him and implement him into the game-winning drive. But that didn't happen. And speaking of Marv, what also makes me sick to my stomach is he was wide open for a touchdown. This could have been a game winner. I know he was under heavy duress, but like, look at the picture. I mean, Kyler should have saw this.
I don't want to be alive.
Going back to the Greg Dortch bomb, just very questionable. Like, and then we ran the ball on 3rd and 10 and we picked up 3 yards to make it a 4th and 7. I don't understand that at all. Put the ball in the hands of your quarterback where he could make a play, potentially escape. I know they are containing, but let your quarterback make the play. Do not sit here and try to pick up half the yards. Kyler can't do it. He can't do it. I don't understand that play call by Drew Petzing. I think he called a fantastic game, but there were a couple questionable calls. I think that should have been PI, but regardless, let's dive into this game. Because I'm not going to let it distract me from the fact that this was a very good game for the Arizona Cardinals and the Bills. The Cardinals started this one off with a fantastic first drive. Kyler Murray was wheeling and dealing. James Conner was pounding the rock. He had like 10 plus carries in the first quarter, and then the Arizona Cardinals did get kind of lucky because Kyler Murray was hit with this phantom call. I don't really see the penalty, but I digress. Ended with a Michael Wilson touchdown, so at the end of the day, we will take that. We went up 7-0. And how do we capitalize on that defense? What do we do? Josh Allen, I mean, we made him fumble the football. Boy Lopez, go get that thing, young man. I was excited. I had the Arizona Cardinals winning this game, and yeah, we're gonna talk about it as it progresses. That did not happen. After getting that fumble, the Arizona Cardinals would have complete control of the game. We were dominating time of possession. It was like 12 minutes and something seconds, 12 minutes like 37 seconds, I believe, to their 2.5. That is ridiculous for an NFL game. Continuing the second half, though, the Bills would finally get some momentum, though. They hit a field goal, and then Josh Allen ran this in. 7-yard touchdown. I mean, it is what it is. 19 seconds left on the clock. The Arizona Cardinals had full momentum. Or at least we were supposed to, because coming out of the half, I made this very clear. I even tweeted this out, that if the Arizona Cardinals do not get a stop coming out of the half, we are going to be in trouble and momentum will start to flip. And oh boy, did it flip right on its head. It was 3rd and 12 for the Bills. Owen Popo had a shot to bring Josh Allen down, which no Cardinal was really able to do. We only totaled 2 sacks, and one of them was on that fumble. He hit him right on the shoulder. Josh Allen kind of bounced off that, shook it off, and made a play happen. That's very unfortunate because that would later tie the game because Josh Allen would connect to Mac Hollins for 6. Momentum is flipping because Kyler Murray would then be sacked by Greg Rousseau, who was wrecking the game today. We punted on our first drive. Very unfortunate because flipping to the Bills, it is a 17-17 ball game. And I'm going to say the Cardinals got to stop on this. Josh Allen overshot MVS on a wide open post, but we're not going to talk about that. Cardinals would then regain possession just for Greg Rousseau to do the exact same thing. Bodies Kelvin Beachum like a little boy and gets a forced fumble on Kyler Murray. Kyler has to be aware of this, but Kelvin Beachum gets bodied, and Greg Rousseau had a monster game today, totaling 2 sacks and a forced fumble. And then I'm going to be so honest, Khalil Shakir made a fantastic play here, so I can't even hate as a football fan. Just ridiculous play. We're going to go ahead and watch it. Takes a screen pass, and then he literally just runs it in, right? That's what it looks like. No! He rolls over the body, extends out, and scores 6. You are a sick man. I'm kind of still in all of this, even watching it on replay. Like, the dude is filthy. That is a nasty play. Way to extend. I gotta give him props. The Bills would then take the lead. That is a 24-17 ball game. And then when all momentum is kind of lost, I mean, hey, guess what? Kyler Murray gives us a huge run and keeps the game alive on 3rd down to end the quarter. And yes, I am going to talk about it. Kyler Murray absolutely hit the whoop. Excuse me, young man. Then we had a terrible play call on 3rd down and were forced to settle for 3 again. Matt Prater had 2 field goals today, and special teams were crazy. We had a bad punt, which we'll talk about in just a second. The Bills kicker tried to hit it in the zone. It ended up going out of bounds. Matt Prater tried to do the same thing, and it landed 1 yard short. Special teams played a big factor, and we'll talk about special teams, like I said, in just a second, because it doesn't have to do with just kicking. Can we also talk about that boy Joshua freaking Allen? That dude does not go down. What does it take to get him down? Because it feels like he was just avoiding every sack. He's a magician in the pocket. That's the second best quarterback in the league. So hey, it is what it is. I didn't think he was gonna dissect us today, and I guess I was wrong. Cardinals defense is in for a lot of trouble because Josh Allen had his way with us. Going into the fourth quarter, he evaded every sack, like I said, and he scored this touchdown. Dude is literally Superman. This is like some prime Cam Newton stuff right here. I gotta give him props once again. Like, Buffalo made some insane plays today. Like, dude just extends over everybody. Like I said, that is some prime Cam Newton. Then when all hope was lost, this man, DJ Dallas, he made me shut the F up. DJ Dallas, house call, 96 yards, taking it to the Baja, making sure the Arizona Cardinals have a chance, and I was back. I was a believer once again. Because then James Conner would take it in for 2 and make it a 31-28 ball game. The Arizona Cardinals would trail by 3, and we would actually get a chance to have the ball back, but Von Miller came up clutch with a sack. Forcing a fourth down where Blake Gillikin would have a chance to boot this away, flip the field, allow the Arizona Cardinals a chance to get a big time stop. But he punted the worst ball of the game. We need him to flip the field entirely, and he gave us the worst kick of the game in the fourth quarter when that needed to be booted, and I know there is a win factor. So he was playing for that, trying to bomb it for that, but it ended up taking a massive doink and giving the Bills fantastic field position, which Kazir White would later come in on third down, make a big time play on Josh Allen, which would hold them to 3, so the Arizona Cardinals would get it down 7. Kyler Murray would get the ball, and this is where we got good field position because the Bills kicker would end up kicking it out of bounds, trying to bounce it, and it would roll out. Cardinals had great field position, and Michael Wilson had the ball dropped in a breadbasket and dropped it. As soon as that happened, I knew some BS was about to inspire. Because on 3rd and 10, the Arizona Cardinals, you think would take a shot or at least try to pick up a ton of yards through the air. Not even a ton of yards, just pick up the first down and just call timeout. No, that's not what we did. We ran the football. And on 3rd and 10, we ran the football. In the fourth quarter, with like 2 timeouts left, where we need a chunk of yards, we ran the football. That 3rd and 10 turned into 4th and 7, and that 4th and 7 turned into this deep shot to Greg Dortch, which I still think is pass interference. You can't tell me any otherwise, any different. I don't even know. I'm discombobulated. My words are getting murmured. That is a PI. Still hate the call, Kyler. I don't like that shot whatsoever. And then Marvin Harrison, like we said, had the wide open play. Kyler, I need you to rip it. I need you to put the big balls on, and I need you to rip that thing, son. 101 to Greg Dortch just isn't it for me. Still should have been PI, but it is what it is. Not a fan of that whatsoever. I feel like Drew Petzing played a pretty solid game. He called a very good game overall. And I'm not saying that's on him because Kyler ripped that thing, but there were a couple questionable calls in the second half, and we were not able to maintain time of possession like we were in the first. I know all momentum flipped and the Bills kind of stomped on the Cardinals. They took control coming out of the half, and it is unfortunate because the Arizona Cardinals end up losing by 7 points, and our defense looks cooked, and I'm kind of scared. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought with BJ Ojulari and Darius Robinson, we were going to be able to be a top 15 unit. And now I don't even believe we are a top 22 unit. This defense was kind of cooked in every aspect. I feel like Mac Wilson was a star. Budda Baker was solid in his own right. Jalen Thompson was okay, but like outside of that, it was kind of iffy. Everything got to the second level. There was no penetration from the line that would result in any plays being made. We were able to get back there, but no plays were made. Everything was kind of cleaned up by our linebackers today, and our corners kind of got cooked. I mean, even Keon Coleman had this dunk on Starling Thomas, who kind of had a bad game today. It felt like he kind of got picked on, and then he kind of just got boxed out right here by Keon Coleman, who has made a name out of this. This is why he got drafted. Absolutely filthy. I forgot to mention this play entirely, but, you know, shout out to him. Unfortunately, our receiver 1 didn't have anything but 1 reception today. And he also had this drop, too, where everyone on Twitter right now is kind of clowning him. Like, I posted this, and I didn't think it was going to get this much engagement, but, like, everyone is calling him a bust. Like, chill out, guys. Do we not remember Jamar Chase when he was dropping balls in practice and in preseason, and we got ahead of ourselves? That wasn't me. I believed in Jamar Chase. I believe in Marvin Harrison Jr. I think people are tripping. You guys got to let him settle in. There's rookie jitters, but there does need to be more involvement early on from Marvin. Otherwise, we are going to be in trouble because we can't have our wide receiver 1 barely getting targeted at all. Got to implement him in the offense. Michael Wilson was also kind of a no-show. Kyler Murray was targeting Greg Dortch, Trey McBride, and James Conner a lot today, which I'm perfectly fine with. That's the game plan. Run the football, target those guys over the middle. It's working. The offense was perfectly fine today, in my opinion. Everyone wants to see Marvin Harrison make that big-time play, but I mean, there's going to be games like this. There's going to be games where Marvin Harrison doesn't get a ton of targets, but we're in it, and we need to make those plays down the stretch because he could have made the big one. Kyler Murray had to see that, but it is unfortunate. Today, Jonah Williams did go down. Kelvin Beachum slotted in. I think that hurt us a ton as well. Kelvin Beachum kind of looked like buns. The boy got cooked. I think he is cooked. We need a replacement if Jonah Williams' knee injury is serious, which I'm praying isn't because we cannot afford that. He looked good when he was in the game, and we just are praying to the Lord right now that it is nothing serious. I don't think I could watch Kelvin Beachum play another game. But my big takeaways is Kyler Murray did look comfortable in the pocket today, so that is a major plus. The defense is cooked. Josh Allen is an escape artist, and then Marvin Harrison was also getting shaded today, so he was kind of taken out. They kind of eliminated him from the game completely, and I mean, I guess it paid off technically. I think the Bills defense was kind of trash, but you know, I can't really say anything because we lost the game, but we put up 28 points, and Greg Rousseau had a fantastic game, but that's kind of it, man. I mean, the Cardinals lost by 7. It does hurt. I still think there is positive momentum, and I can't wait to see where the season takes us. We have a lot to build on. Defense has to improve, and the Cardinals have to get better at closing the game. With that being said, that is going to wrap up today's video. If you guys did enjoy, man, consider hitting that subscribe button. Post in the comment section what you guys think about today's game. Whether you're a Cardinals fan or a Bills fan, man, I want to hear it. If you're an NFL fan, I want to hear it. If your team won today or lost today, vent in the comments, man. But like I said, man, that is all I got for today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. It's been your boy Mythic. Peace out.